Evening. Good evening, board. Mr. Jimenez, public. Opening items, number 1, call to order.
Good evening. Trustees present tonight are Trustee Contreras, Trustee Arellano, Trustee Castillo, Trustee Calderon, and Trustee Aviña. You have a full quorum.
Okay. Item 2, pledge of allegiance. Please stand. Place your right hand over your heart. Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Okay. Item B, comments from the public. The board will take any and all comments from the public related to an item on the agenda or any other item of the district business that is not on the agenda. Do we have any public comments? No? Okay. No comments? Item C, consent agenda. All items appearing will be acted upon by one motion without discussion unless any item is pulled for separate consideration and action.
Move for approval of the items.
We have a motion by Mr. Contreras.
I'll second.
Second motion by Ms. Calderon. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Okay. Item D, information items. Superintendent's report.
Thank you, President Aviña. I'm pleased to share several recent events and activities and highlight the vibrant engagement within our Calexico Unified School District community. Last week, we had the opportunity with the board and executive cabinet to attend the California School Boards Association conference in Sacramento. This annual conference event provided valuable learning experience and insights that will help us continue advancing our district goals. Together, we attended many workshops on governance and workshops on school operations, educational and school programs and services, and with this learning, we're excited and motivated to hit the ground running in coming back from 2026 to continue the great work that is taking place at the Calexico Unified School District. On December 4th, Willie Moreno hosted a wonderful astronomy and STEAM night. The turnout was fantastic with many students, families, and community members attending. A highlight of the evening was the opportunity to view the night supermoon through the telescope, sparking curiosity and excitement about space. Attendees also enjoyed a variety of hands-on STEAM activities, and we were happy to offer complimentary hot dogs and drinks to everyone who joined us for free. I also want to recognize the 22nd annual Kids and Badges Christmas event and the 2nd annual Teens and Badges event. This meaningful holiday gathering organized by the Calexico Police Department in partnership with Calexico Unified School District and supported by generous community donations brought joy and connections to many families in our community, offering our students a warm meal and a brand new gift from our local shopping store here at Walmart, who provided also gifts for our students and kids in badges and teens and badges. I would also like to, I would like to thank our Calexico Police Department, the City of Calexico, especially Officer Vega, our SRO, and Officer Gonzalez, Chief Orozco, and the city, and also all those who worked with the Calexico Unified School District, our Director of Community Schools, Ms. Limon, and all of our staff who helped together to put, who worked together to put those events for our students and community. I would also like to recognize our Nutrition Services Department. During the month of November and all the way up to the Wednesday prior to Thanksgiving Day, our staff served over 6,000 meals to every and any resident of the city of Calexico up to the age of 18. This included a Thanksgiving whole turkey meal with all the side dishes, for 60 families through our community schools program. So in addition to the 6,000 meals that were served throughout the month of November, these were beyond the school meals. These were meals that our residents were able to take home. They also served 60 whole turkey meals with the sides to 60 families. We feel grateful to have the opportunity to support our families who are experiencing food insecurities through this time, and we will continue to look for opportunities to continue supporting our community who have lack of food and nutrition to support with those endeavors. Our Calexico High School Mighty Bulldogs proudly represented Calexico Unified School District at the El Centro Parade on December 6th. They will also be participating in the City of Imperial's Parade of Lights tomorrow, and followed by the City of Calexico's Christmas Parade on Saturday. So our Mighty Bulldog Marching Band has been mighty busy this holiday season. I'm looking ahead. I'm truly honored and excited to have been named the Grand Marshal for the City of Calexico's Christmas Parade this Saturday, December 13th. It will be a joy to lead the parade, and I can't wait to see everyone there as we come together to celebrate the holiday season with community spirit and festive cheer. Thank you for your continued support as we work together to provide enriching experiences and essential services for our students and community members. Thank you, President Aviña. That concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Jimenez. Mr. Contreras? Any comments?
No,
Oh, sorry. Yeah. My first mistake as a board president. Item number 2, Insurance Committee.
I'd like to ask our Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources and Risk Management, Mr. Robel Guerrero, to the podium.
Good evening, Board. President Aviña, trustees, members of the public. I just wanted to give you a brief update and just to inform you that the Insurance Committee met last night for the first time this year to just to update and review our calendar for the rest of the year. The goal for the committee is to meet bi-monthly with our next meeting scheduled for February, when the rates and the ranges for the new insurance are released. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Romel. Item 3, board reports.
Yes.
Mr. Contreras?
Thank you, sir. So we had the opportunity to attend the CSBA meeting in Sacramento. Really enjoyed having an opportunity to talk with you guys about some of the stuff that we had there. One of the workshops that I attended was the financing forecast for 26, 27, 27, 28, 28, 29. You know, there is a lot of stuff that is kind of coming our way, some good stuff and some not so good. And a lot of that stuff is the coverage of what the cost of living increases, certain adjustments into that, and also the ADAs, so how they interrelate to each other on the percentage. You know, a lot of like, I always say I don't like finance, but I find myself attending finance things, right? So it's a lot of boring stuff, but stuff that really matters because it affects our budget. And, you know, I had the opportunity to attend with Mr. Aviña and Mr. Arellano here, right? And we were trying to keep awake throughout the meeting on that one. But there is a lot of good stuff that is coming out, and a lot of stuff that we just kind of need to look ahead to make sure that our budget stays consistent with the changes that are coming up, both good and bad. Also, there was a training that I attended for AI and how it will impact our communities, both in the technology area and the impacts on our students and our faculties, right? A lot of changes on AI, and this was a really positive AI type of workshop, right? It completely changed my frame of thought of what AI was and brought it in as into in education, what it is, how it could be controlled, and how we could benefit from it at all levels and in all different parts of our school districts. And those are the two that come to mind that had a bigger impact on me out of the ones that we attended. Thank you. Oh, and
Thank you.
Merry Christmas to everybody. And
Thank-
have
thank-
safe holidays.
Thank you, Mr. Contreras. Mr. Arellano?
Thank you, Mr. Avina. I would like to begin to again express my sincere appreciation to Carlos Contreras for his dedicated service and valuable contributions during the past year as a president. So thank you, Carlos. In the same regard, I extend a warm welcome to our newly appointed president, and Alex Avina, and to Fabiola Calderon, who will serve as our vice president. So thank you. As Mr. Jimenez and Mr. Contreras noted, we were last week we attended the CSBA conference in Sacramento, and we recently concluded our second board retreat. Mr. Jimenez mentions he talks about retreat, and that's how they convinced me. But it's more like work. So yes, we concluded our second board retreat where we engaged in meaningful discussions regarding our strategic direction and future initiatives. So like I said, it wasn't a retreat. It was a lot of work, but it was nice to all come together and work with one another and just plan for the future. With that being said, I just want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and be safe. Thank you.
Very good. Yes, Mr. Thank you, Mr. Arellano and Mr. Castillo.
Thank you, Mr. Board President Avina. And again, for those of you that weren't here the last half hour, we spent about 30 minutes praising our previous board president, Mr. Contreras, again, and welcoming our new president and clerk. So again, we have full confidence, I think, that they'll do a good job leading us this coming year. I think one thing I am also excited about is, again, the board's commitment and dedication. As Mr. Arellano mentioned, kind of looking forward, moving ahead with some strategic planning for the next coming years for the district. There's a lot of good work here, a lot of good vision, good ideas, and I think just coming together as a community, as a district with employees, staff, parents, will be beneficial in the long run. So we're beginning the process, and I know there'll be a lot of involvement from employees, parents, students, community, so look forward to that. But that is something we're beginning, so do look forward to that. I agree. Again, it's a busy time. I think this is our only meeting this month in December for the board, but it is a very busy time, and we recognize that. There's a lot of activities happening at schools that we share, that is shared with us, that we're able to attend or we hear about, be it the school carnivals, high school activities happening at this moment, or their senior Christmas, the kids in badges that was mentioned, and the parades that are happening. A lot of good activities. So we're very proud of that and how our schools kind of pulls together and is dedicated for the kids on that. But again, I think as a board and as a district, as we wrap up this month in December and the year now, it's hard to believe. Again, just want to thank everybody again for supporting this board, supporting the district, and supporting our schools for your work and your dedication. Again, wishing you all just a happy holidays with time, family, time to renew, rest, relax, and then also for the work that you guys do every day. Looking forward to a new year in January and continuing with our work. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Castillo. Ms. Calderon?
Yeah, so I had the honor and the opportunity to attend CSBA along with my board member colleagues. We were all there, and that was really good to experience. All 5 board members were there, along with district administrators. And I think from all the sessions that I attended, the one that takes the highlight for me is probably one that had to do with CTE. And the presenters were there from Fresno High School, and they showcased the wonderful CTE program that they have. And it just reminds me of the potential that our youth have. They have so much talent, skills that we discover, that we help them discover day in and day out. The CTE program is a wonderful program. I'm very proud of our CTE program. And I'm very happy that I'm going to be serving at the IVROP board this upcoming calendar year once again. It's wonderful. In January, we're going to have the showcase at the Casa de Mañana. And just to attend those type of events, you get to see just all the talent that our kids have, and to help them discover it and flourish in its fullest potential is just amazing. So it was a really good conference, and the time that we got to spend together, quality time, it just helps our unity and our relationship, and at the end of the day, all we want to do is serve our students, serve the staff, and help lead this district into wonderful things. So I also want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. It doesn't feel like Christmas. It's 80 degrees every day this week. The AC is on. Doesn't feel like it, but I hope everybody has a restful break, much needed break, and we come back in January in full force and finish off the school year. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Calderon. Well, good evening, everybody. And once again, Mr. Contreras, I want to express my deep gratitude for your service, for your leadership. You had a positive impact on this board. Again, all of us being new, well, Mr. Castillo, veteran, returning board member, but no, it was a new board, and your guidance really helped us. So thank you for that. Also, I do want to say, no, I care deeply for this board and how effective we are, and I will do my best. I will do my best to continue being collaborative, transparent, and move us in the right direction, helping our students succeed. Okay. I too attended the CSBA, and like everybody said, we had some great sessions, a lot of learning. I attended a day prior. I went by myself to attend the board president session for new board president. So that was it was a highlight. A lot of learning, and I still have to go back and reread everything I learned because it's just a lot. So I have big shoes to fill. Last week we met for the board retreat, the special board meeting we had. A lot of learning, working on our plans, the vision of the district, and working with our administrators. So that was it was a highlight. Appreciate that. A lot of learning. And well, want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and looking forward to marching with next to the bus at the parade, me and Ms. Calderon. So we'll be there. Thank you. Okay. I forget I continue on. Item E, action items. Consideration and action approval of the following items. Item number 1, approval of the first interim report for fiscal year 2025-2026. Mr. Jimenez?
Thank you, President Avena. At this time, I'd like to ask our Assistant Superintendent of Business Services, Mr. Luis de la Torre, to provide a brief presentation on our 25-26 first interim budget report.
Good evening, President Avena, trustees, Superintendent Jimenez, colleagues, and community. Thank you for being here tonight. And thank you for the opportunity to present the first interim budget report to you. So as you well know, California Department of Education requires that we update our budget several times during the year. After its initial adoption of our budget in June that we do. Really important that we update our budget, especially in these times, is all the changes that there are in funding at the federal level, at the state level, and at the local level. Mr. Contreras mentioned some of those things that are upcoming. So we take a look, as we're developing the first interim report, we take a look at expenditures through October 31st. We also get to see some of November, but some actuals through October 31st. We work with administrators, grant writers, the team to see where we can spend less, because right now we're looking to spend less. We look to see what our actuals are, and we extrapolate that data to project out to the rest of the fiscal year. And in helping us prepare this report, I want to recognize Mr. Cesar Sanchez here, who is our accounting supervisor, Vanessa Gonzalez. and they're intricate part of putting this budget together. But Ms. Williams, Ms. Huerta Price, Ms. Ramirez, the whole team here really helps develop the budget and really try to take a look and see where we're at, where we want to be throughout the year, and really work towards progress as we move forward. So the district goals will continue to see improvement throughout the fiscal year. So for preparation of this report, our team, as I mentioned, reviews our actual expenditures through October 31st, and we incorporate what we call planning factors. So we incorporate updates to the federal, state, and local funding and other assumption factors and planning factors that you see there. With these planning factors, we include projected enrollment and funded ADA. One of the things that I want to highlight is that for 25-26, that's the enrollment number that we are using. The funded average ADA is the information that we get from the LCFF calculator. And then we work with the team to really acknowledge our declining enrollment and where do we expect to be in 26-27? Where do we expect to be in 27-28? And we're not necessarily happy and content where we're projecting declining enrollment. And so the district, everybody here is working really hard to make our district the district of choice and increase our enrollment, right? In the last meeting, we had mentioned some of those things that we just can't control, and those things being birth rates and housing starts and things of that nature. But as you can see there, just to highlight a few, aside from the yellow information down there that says the loss of funded ADA from 24-25 to 25-26 for us resulted in about $3.8 million in less revenue for this fiscal year. So yes, there was a COLA for this year, but because we did have declining enrollment, there was $3.8 million that should have been added to our funding, but we continue to experience declining enrollment. Some of the planning factors that you see there, to highlight CalPERS employer contribution rates, they're projected to increase at a lower rate than in prior years, and that is a relief, but they're increasing nevertheless. Right? The California minimum wage compliance, you see it there, it continues to increase. The percentage increase is declining as when we went from 9 to 10, 11, 10 to 11, 11 to 12. So the percentage has decreased, but increasing nevertheless. So those are increasing costs. And of course, something that's really relevant to all of us is inflation continues to increase year over year. Inflation has also tamed down a little bit, but it continues to increase, right? The CPI is a little bit under 3% right now. I'll say great that we're not seeing those 8, 9, 10% that we were seeing in prior years, but increasing inflation nevertheless. And so that makes everything more expensive for all of us. So at the first interim report, we take a look at our projected budget at revised. This was the budget that we presented to you in September. And then we compare that to where we're going to be at, where we're at today in first interim and where we project to be. So in this slide, you'll see changes to our 25-26 projection as compared to September revised budget. The general fund unrestricted resources, the district total projected expenditures as of first interim was $131,206,818. And that's compared to the projected revenues during the revised budget of $131,303,400,000. So the difference there you see is 96,582. And that was an adjustment to the LCFF calculator. We obtained the LCFF calculator from Imperial County Office of Education, and that informs us and guides us in preparing this report for you. The district's total projected expenditures as of first interim is $115,842,997. That's a projected decrease of $622,498,000. And this is mainly due to decrease in certificated salaries, decreases in STRS, PERS, and health and wellness projected expenditures. Increases are projected in classified support salaries, as you can see there. So where we end up at, right? The decrease in projected expenditures and the projected decrease in contribution from general fund unrestricted to restricted funds resources resulted in improved projected ending fund balance of $1,183,000, $1,183,725. And so we're showing that improvement when we prepare the July 1st budget, and we're working on the budget in April and May, and we present that in June. That's always our most conservative budget. When we bring the revised budget to you in September, that budget is still very conservative. We still assume that we're going to be hiring the vacancy positions that we have. We're still assuming that we're going to be spending those funds, and then the whole team works together to see where is it that we can save. So this is a result of that work by everyone, so that it's an improvement of $1,183,000, which is where we expect it to be. We expect to bring to you an improvement at first interim as compared to the previous interim reports. And the district will continue to work very hard to ensure that at second interim, we show further improvement, because then we'll be working with more actual data and then less projections. So for the restricted side of the house, the district's total projected revenues as of first interim is now $51,075,000 compared to the projected revenues during the revised budget in September of $42 million. The difference of the $8.9 million is mainly due to an increase in revenue recognition of the expanded learning program and also a slight increase in the ACES funding. So why does that happen? So expanded learning program, we have funding that we receive that we get to spend over 2 years, and then we expect to receive additional funding. So when we prepared the revised budget, we didn't have the actual number. We showed exactly what we had as a beginning fund balance, and that's what we were projecting. Now, we didn't assume that we weren't going to be receiving additional expanded learning program funds for the year, but we just didn't know how much, right? So that was revenue that we just really couldn't recognize at the September budget, but now we can recognize it because now we got the information to be able to do that. So is it additional revenue? On paper, it is additional revenue, but it's revenue that was an entitlement that the district, because of the work that we do, then our district deserves, and then we're going to be spending that money in the next 2 years. So for the district's total projected expenditures as a first interim, now it's $90 million. That's a projected increase of $445,606. And this is mainly due to projected increases in STIRS, PERS, and health and wellness. The projected increase in expenditures do surpass the projected decrease in books and supplies and capital expenditures. So you see there that we have some pluses and some negatives there. At the end of the day, you see the change of $445,606. Now again, this is restricted funds, and so restricted funds are funds that, you know, for the lack of a better word, they come and go. Our team works really, really hard. You know, some of the folks that I recognize here today, they work really, really hard to continue to solicit and submit for additional funding. And then some of those funding streams come with a specified period of performance. Sometimes it's 1 year, sometimes it's multiple years. So one of the largest ones that we have received in recent years has been the community schools grant. Right? But the money that we receive, we have several years to spend it. So in putting all those numbers together, so this brings together our unrestricted and restricted expenditures, right? The two slides that we previously presented to you. So the district's total expenditures at first interim is now $182,282,000 compared to the projected revenues that we had of $173,389,000 during the revised budget in September. That's a difference of $8.8 million. And again, as previously explained, that's really only due to the recognition of revenue in expanded learning, because the difference in the unrestricted was only $96,000. The district's total projected expenditures as of first interim is now $205,872,000. The projected decrease is $176,892 as compared to what we presented during the revised budget. And so, as I mentioned, the district, the teams will continue to look for further improvement throughout the year. And so, as you can see here on the bottom, we do have some funding that we commit, that we assign actually, and some of those fundings are committed to the Bank of America loan. We're assigning some of those funds to the Measure Q and other facility improvements, and then there we have. We're starting to save some money for the upcoming book adoption. So the team here estimates that the book adoption will end up being more than $5 million. Right? But there's still a lot of things to see there. Really what's going to be adopted and what the end cost is going to be, but we got to start saving for that. So as you can see in this slide, and I mentioned earlier that we utilize the LCFF calculator. And then this slide at the bottom is the LCFF calculator that we received for preparation of the September budget. As you can see there at the bottom highlighted in red, at that point in time, we were estimating to receive from the LCFF calculator $125 million, $462,000. With the updated LCFF calculator that we used to prepare the first interim report, you see $125,366,000, which was those $96,000 difference that I mentioned earlier. More importantly, as we project out the MYP, you see that in the LCFF calculator that we use for at unaudited actuals, we were projecting $131,638,000 of LCFF revenue. It has gone down to $129 million. So our MYP, the funding that we receive, it's always a work in progress, right? And really affected by our enrollment numbers, really affected by our ADA numbers. So the slide that I previously mentioned then therefore informs our multi-year projections. And our current multi-year projections, as you can see, and we divided between restricted and unrestricted funds. At the end of the day, for the current fiscal year, we're projecting an ending fund balance of $36 million, which is better than we had projected at the revised budget. For the 26-27, we're projecting an ending fund balance of $39 million, which is an improvement of what we had shown previously. And that's because it's a living document, and as we receive funding, then we incorporate it into our planning factors. This year continues to be a hard year for our school district. As previously mentioned, our ending fund balance, our working budget, we're good, we're okay, but we do have the lowest reserves than any school district here in Imperial County. We expect an increase to our ending fund balance for the next fiscal year because we are projecting to receive reimbursement for those investments that we're making this year and that we made last year in regards to the paving grant, the TK modular, the energy infrastructure modernization project. Let me go back to this one. I know that this is a really busy slide, but I wanted to bring this to you because this is part of our preparation for the MYP. And as you can see in there, or maybe you can't see really well, you see how some of those funding streams, Calexico Unified School District manages over 60 different resources, and some of those come to an end, right? One-time funds should really be for one-time purposes. We have to ensure that we don't have ongoing expenditures. Oh, thank you, Gio's passing those out. And so this is also a living document for us. As the team solicits and submits for new funding, then we'll be adding those funding. As funding ends, then we'll be eliminating those funding streams. Right now, we're projecting for the out years less revenue than we have in years past. And that's because things like ESSER already ended, right? And that's because some of these funding streams, like the non-Prop 28 funding, is going to end this year. Could it be possible that we receive additional funding? If there's funding available, I guarantee you that the team is going to try to go after it. But right now, we can't count on that. So we've been here before, right? And we've had this conversation before. What's impacting our deficit spending? Because we're deficit spending, declining enrollment in ADA. We've had this conversation before. You know, why is that happening? Lower birth rates. Chronic absenteeism really impacts our ADA, maybe not necessarily our enrollment, but definitely our ADA. We do continue to have high contributions from unrestricted to restricted for those things that we really call unfunded programs, and that includes special education and the routine restricted account. And, you know, as mentioned earlier, inflation. Right now, the legislative office, Mr. Contreras mentioned the potential decrease to that 3.02 COLA for next year. The legislative office recently announced to expect a reduction by the governor in the governor's January budget presentation. Just this morning, as I was driving into work, received an email from Capital Advisors, or I read an email from Capital Advisors, and it said that expect about a 2.51, right? And we were here before last year, where the original COLA for this year was 1.77, and then it was reduced to 1.53, and then we ended up with a 1.07, which is what we're working with this year. So we have to continue to really take a look at what those projected revenues are, work really hard together to ensure that we are really looking at our expenditures and try to build up our reserves as much as possible. So how do we balance our budget? The district has been doing this work for several years. This is nothing new. Position control analysis, adjusting our staffing ratios. With some of these restricted funds that are going away, some of those are not necessarily positional fundings, but they fund extra duty assignments. And so we have to make sure that we don't just put those expenditures into our unrestricted general fund. So we review vacancy analysis. And as I mentioned before, seek additional federal grants, state grants, and local grants as much as possible. So tonight, we do bring to you a positive certification, and we respectfully request your consideration for approval of this budget. I don't know if you have any questions.
Any questions from the board?
Yeah, no, I just wanted to thank you for giving us the outlook. I think, you know, overall, you look at the up and downs of our budget, you know, right now it still seems to be a positive one. And I know that we're trying to control with a lot of different stuff that we're doing here at the board, a lot of different type of resolutions that we're looking into, you know, from just about everything that you cover on that one that you couldn't see, right? So really thank you and your team for staying focused on that, and thank the team that is going out and looking for additional grants. We know right now on the federal side, we can't cap with a lot of funds from the feds, right? But, you know, the state still has smaller grants out there for things, and a lot of recovering of funds that are kind of helping us stop the bleeding. So I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Contreras.
I think if I can add as well, just again, appreciate, again, the first interim report, keeping us informed, yourself, your team, and the whole district team as well, administration. Again, it's nothing new. You know, I think there's been history and work, you know, monitoring the funds and, you know, sharing where we're at today and where we're going. That'll be continued work from everybody. Thinking outside the box, being creative, again, looking ahead, where we want to be, where we don't want to be. So appreciate everybody's work on that. Again, it's a team effort, and I'll include the board as well, because I think we want to be we are part of this team to keep the district, you know, fiscally solvent. That's one of our responsibilities, but also recognizing and thanking everybody in the district that helps us get there. It's not easy. Come January, we'll have some ideas, once budget is proposed in January. But we do know writing's on the wall, and we're hearing and where things are going. But again, appreciate everyone's working together to keep the district moving forward. And of course, as Mr. Avina mentioned, keeping our students at the forefront. Leave it at that.
Thank you, Mr. Castillo. Okay. So do we have a motion to vote? Do we have a motion for item E1?
I'll move for approval.
I'll second.
Motion by Mr. Contreras, second by Ms. Calderon. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Motion passes 5-0.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. La Torre. Okay, item number 2, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Family Leadership Incorporation for comprehensive family leadership training and materials. Do you have a motion?
I'll make a motion for approval.
I'll second.
Okay, motion by Mr. Contreras, second by Mr. Arellano. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Okay. Number 3, agreement between the Calexico Unified School District and Premier Electrical Solutions Incorporated for electrical repairs at Mains Elementary's kitchen. Do we have a motion?
Make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion by Mr. Castillo, second by Ms. Calderon. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Item number 4, Mr. Jimenez, can we have some information on this item?
Absolutely, President Avina. So this item number 4, agreement between CUSD and Southern California Regional Energy Network for the project incentive distribution. A few months ago, maybe about 2-3 months ago, I received an email providing information on a grant program for energy saving water heaters, and this was for public entities. There was a category for municipalities. There was different categories. One of those categories at the very, very end was for public schools. I forwarded the email to Mr. La Torre and his team, and I said, hey, what are the possibilities? This is something that might work for us. And as I'm very fortunate and very blessed as a superintendent that we just got such a hardworking staff and very supportive staff that they said, well, definitely it's worth looking into. So they looked into it and they said, looks like this could be a positive thing for us. We applied for the grant, and we received the grant. And so this grant will pay at no cost, free, the water heaters, and these are industrial sized water heaters, and installation for 4-hour schools. Willie Moreno will be getting 2 water heaters. The water heaters alone are valued at $83,000 for both of them. And Kennedy Gardens, Jefferson, and Rockwood will be getting a water heater each, valued of $8,000 each. So it's a total of about $115,000 for this grant. It will be installed, and these water heaters are energy-saving water heaters. So in addition to receiving this grant, we will also be receiving, as you've mentioned, you just heard our budget presentation and thinking outside of the box. It will also be giving us some ongoing utility savings as we're spending less due to this. So that's what this agenda item is for. I do want to thank staff for seeing that through and putting the work together and applying and successfully having the grant awarded to Calexico Unified School District.
Thank you, Mr. Jimenez, for that information, and thank you for looking into this grant and following up on it. Free money is always great. So do we have any comments, questions for?
You want to read the?
Read the, okay.
Yeah.
So item 4 is agreement between the Calexico Unified School District and the Southern California Regional Energy Network for the project incentive distribution.
Make a motion to approve?
I'll second that motion.
A motion by Ms. Calderon, second by Mr. Contreras. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Okay, item number 5, approval of agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Quechan Casino and Resort to provide accommodations for the 2026 Avid Staff Summer Training. Mr. Jimenez, can you give us some information on this?
Absolutely, President Navina. So, following along our seems to be like our theme tonight about our budget and efforts that we've been making over the past several years to be responsible, stewards of our fiscal position in Calexico Unified School District. We've been looking at a lot of areas where we could spend our money better. In Calexico, we are an avid school district, and it's been an instructional and academic priority for the district for several years now. All of our schools are avid schools, and we implement the avid strategies, which is a very research-based and effective instructional strategies for our students. Over the past multiple years, we attend Avid Summer Institute in San Diego, which is a great training. They provide great workshops for us. It's a certified training, so our educators who go, we have teachers and administrators, district administrators who attend the AVID training or receive a certification for a training, an AVID certification for attending this training. This training in San Diego cost us over about $250,000, so approximately $251,000 to attend this training in San Diego. Of course, there's accommodations, and there's a cost way beyond just the registration of the conference. So thinking outside of the box, and we want to continue this training. We want to continue this research-based strategies for our educators and our students. We looked at a local venue that could house and host about 100 participants. And so we looked at a local venue in the Imperial Valley. The Q Casino is in Imperial Valley. It's a local tax revenue, a local tax base. It's a local economy in the Imperial Valley. So we reached out to them and we said, can we see your venue and can you host a conference? They have a beautiful venue. They have a large conference room that could be broken up into different breakout sessions. They have different smaller conference rooms for different workshop sessions. So we wanted to mirror what we do in San Diego and what we do here, which is a certified AVID training, and with all the workshops, with the accommodations, with the room reservations and meals and all that stuff that we have in San Diego. And for approximately $133,375 with 25 cents less, we could host this training in the Imperial Valley for more staff. We're in San Diego. It was approximately about 70 staff. Here in Imperial Valley at the Q, we would be able to invite 100 staff. So for 30 staff more, for a total of 100 staff, and for $133,000 less, we could host this AVID certified training in Imperial Valley. Again, in addition to the benefits to the school district in saving a good chunk of change, $133,000 is no, as they say, no chump change there. It's a good amount of money. We're be providing this workshop to more of our educators and stimulating the local economy by keeping our money local, which to me it's always been a priority to attempt to do as much as we can whenever we can. So that's what this approval, our request to approve this for tonight is about.
Thank you, Mr. Jimenez. And again, opportunities to save money, $133,000. It's a good chunk of money. And just a thought, I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but maybe thinking about inviting other school districts and then they can participate, and that might reduce or might help us save more money. I don't know. Recover the cost, right? If we invite other local districts. Just an idea to look into. So
Just really quick, and that is a consideration for future years, this being our very, very first year. And then Avid themselves, they have some rules and regulations within the region, and when something is offered within the, San Diego and Imperial were like within the same Avid region. But this could be the start of something new here in the Imperial Valley.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Any questions, comments? Item 5. Need to read again, Mr. Contreras?
You're good.
I don't have to read again?
No.
All right.
You ready one?
So do we have a motion to approve item number 5?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Mr. Contreras, a motion. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Ms. Calderon. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Okay. Item number 6. First amended agreement between Calexico Unified School District and CL Consulting Corporation to amend the contract for the adjustment of the hourly fee schedule for the 2025-2026 school year. Questions, comments? A motion to approve?
I'll motion to approve.
Second that motion.
Motion by Ms. Calderon, second by Mr. Contreras. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Item number 7, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Imperial Valley College for the articulation of CTE courses. Introduction to Criminal Justice for the 25-26 school year, offer at the Imperial Valley College as an AJ 100.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Okay, motion by Mr. Arellano and second by Ms. Calderon. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Item number 8, agreement between the Calexico Unified School District and Imperial Valley College for the articulation of CTE course Law Enforcement 2 Criminal Procedures for the 25-26 school year, offer at the Imperial Valley College as AJ 106.
I'll make a motion again.
Second that motion.
Okay. Motion by Mr. Arellano, second by Mr. Contreras. All those in favor?
Aye.
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 Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Item number 9, agreement between the Calexico Unified School District and the Imperial Valley College for the articulation of CHS CTE course Advanced Auto Shop for the 25-26 school year, offer at the Imperial Valley College as AUT 130.
Make a motion to approve.
Second
by
that
Ms.
motion.
Motion by Ms. Calderon, second by Mr. Contreras. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Item number 10, agreement between Calexico Unified School District and Imperial Valley College for the articulation of CHS CTE course Medical Terminology for the 2025-2026 school year, offer at the Imperial Valley College as AHP 100.
Move for approval.
I'll second.
Okay. Motion by Mr. Contreras, second by Ms. Calderon. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Item 11, memorandum of understanding between the Calexico Unified School District and the Calexico Wellness Center for the implementation of the Elevate Youth California program. Do we have a motion?
I'll motion to approve.
I'll second.
Motion by Ms. Calderon, second by Mr. Arellano. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Item number 12, award of request for proposal and agreement between the Calexico Unified School District and 3 qualified firms, HBI Inspections, Precision Inspections Incorporated, and what is that? Paragon Inspection Services, as a pool of division of the state architect, inspectors of record for the on current and future district construction projects.
Move for approval.
I'll second.
Okay, motion by Mr. Contreras, second by Ms. Calderon. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Item number 13, award of request for proposals and agreement between the Calexico Unified School District and Landmark Consultants for lab materials testing and special inspection service for the Measure Q construction project at the Calexico High School.
Motion to approve.
Motion by Ms. Calderon,
Second that motion.
second by Mr. Contreras. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. Item 14, notice of completion for the paving project at the Calexico High School and Kennedy Gardens Elementary School.
Motion for approval.
I'll second.
Okay. Motion by Mr. Contreras, second by Mr. Arellano. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 5-0. 15, resolution of the Board of Trustees approving the accepting of contract for the purchase and delivery of certain technology solutions from Dell Technologies. So it's a roll call. It's a resolution, so Mr. Contreras.
Motion
I'll
to
make a
approve.
motion for approval.
Oh,
I'll
sorry.
second.
Motion by Ms. Calderon, second by Mr. Contreras. Mr. Contreras,
The other
Yes.
way around.
got it?
It was the other word.
Other way
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Contreras, yes. Mr. Arellano,
Yes.
yes. Mr. Castillo,
Yes.
Ms. Fariola,
Yes.
Calderon, and Mr. Avina, yes. Motion passes 5-0. Okay. Item F, public comments, closed session items only. No public comments. Item G, announcement of convening into closed session. Do we need approval for that? No? Okay.
Just an announcement. So we're going to close session.
Okay, we're going to closed session. We'll be back.